This weekend, Rippa quietly announced something on his YouTube channel, which a lot of people might be overlooking or just not seeing because it's the weekend. So I want to highlight it here. I'm in a good mood, and I want to talk about positive things in our culture today. So please stay tuned. We don't get a lot of positive videos on YouTube. It's a lot of complaining a lot of the time, and for good reason. But I like to try to mix it up, do both, and of course promote things that are on our team, which are by people who don't hate you. I think that's an equally important part of this whole equation, and I hope that you'll hit that like and subscribe button because we're one of the few channels that actually does this. And I appreciate you guys being there, the people who do stalwartly watch these videos. You guys are awesome, and that's the reason we do this. So good stuff. All right, my name is John Delarose. If you're new here, I'm a #1 best-selling author and award-winning comic creator myself. This is my Overmind. I actually just got the proof copy in right here. It's a done book for all the haters out there. It's going to be awesome. I love all the sketches in the back. I think they look fantastic. This is this is our little sketchbook that we put in the back, and these will be starting to ship out next week. So please get in on this right here. This is my pre-order store. If you like the whole idea of like a universe and a superhero universe, this is a science fiction. It's going to be its own thing. But I've got a bunch of my own comics on here too. If you look at Flying Sparks, that's really the beginning of my superhero universe. I've got my own full different slate of superheroes. Here's Dynamite Thor, and here's the Cosmic Warrior. And we'll be doing more in the future with those. I'm looking forward to making some team books and crossovers and things like that, just like Rippa's intending on doing, which I guess is the spoiler for the lead here. So please check it out. Support awesome indie comics. I appreciate you guys who have done so. This campaign's made about $40,000 so far and made over 600 backers. So I appreciate you guys. You're awesome. All right. Here is the announcement that Rippa made. It was just kind of a soft announcement 22 hours ago. And this is interesting. So we knew it was going to be a Rippaverse. It was not going to be a one-time thing. It wasn't just going to be ISOM as its own book. And I saw a lot of criticism early on from some of Rippa's haters being like, it's not a verse, it's just one book. And of course, you know, that was only going to last for so long. There's going to be a lot more going on. So here's what Eric July says. He says there's currently 3 books being worked on for the Rippaverse, and that's got to be more than ISOM. ISOM's not a part of that because ISOM's already done. Here it is. One is myself, Cliff Richards, and Gabe Altaib for ISOM #2, so that's already in development. That's great. We're 40 pages into it. That's fantastic to hear. We're excited for book 2 here. He says then there's 2 additional books we're going to be announcing that have separate teams. Now, this is interesting to me, and I'll get to that in a second. We've started pencils on one already, and the first draft of the script has been completed for it. The train ain't stopping. ISOM #1 is just the beginning. So exciting here. I'm going to speculate right here because, you know, might as well speculate. I'm going to speculate that one of these books is going to feature Yaira here because Yaira's been such a popular character across the Rippaverse. If you look at all the fan art that's been done and all that, if you look at the cosplay that's been done at conventions, Yaira seems to be the one that people gravitate to the most. She's got a beautiful design, absolutely awesome to look at. People love looking at pretty women. That's why I made this book. And so I think Yaira is going to be one of these 2 books, or at least a component of that. Maybe it'll be a team book that has her on the team here, but that's going to be my speculation right here. For the 3rd book, I don't know. I really don't have enough information yet. I guess we'll read ISOM and see if we can glean a little information from that and see if we can get a little speculation later. But what's interesting to this to me is he talks about the separate teams on the other book, and this gets me thinking. Because if you look early on in the Rippaverse promotions and all that, Rippa had Chuck Dixon on. Chuck Dixon's one of the greatest comic writers of all time. Batman, he created Bane, he created the character Spoiler, who's one of my favorite characters in the DC universe. And I know that Rippa is a big Batman fan and a big DC guy. He says separate teams, which makes me think that there's more than just like he's hiring different pencilers and all that to work on these books. I'm thinking that he's actually becoming like a Stan Lee and hiring out a full universe worth of teams to actually really be that competition for DC and Marvel, to actually really have a completely separate full universe. And to do that, you'll actually have to have different writers doing things too, because you can't do too much yourself. And I think this is going to be my next speculation, that he's going to hire Chuck Dixon to be a writer on one of these teams working for the universe going forward, which I'm extremely exciting about. Chuck Dixon's one of the best superhero storytellers out there, period. And again, this is pure speculation. I don't have any inside information. Rippa's never talked to me or anything like that. I'm just speculating here just based on what I've seen. And we'll see. Well, we'll actually do a video later comparing my predictions about Yaira, about Chuck Dixon. When these actually get fully announced, we'll see if I'm right or if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, we'll talk about that too. But I think I'm right. This train ain't stopping. ISOM number 1 is just the beginning. And here's the other thing. He also said a day ago, there's only 2 days left on ISOM number 1 pre-order. After that, it's going to be a order store, right? So it's not a pre-order anymore. It's flipping over to go live. And if you order after Monday, after the campaign closes, the estimated month for shipping is November. So that's a whole month away for any future orders to come in. So it's incentivizing people to get in now, so you can get in on this first wave of shipment, which I believe is beginning tomorrow also. He said that first day of fulfillment starts on September 26th earlier. So it's exciting stuff right now. Are you guys excited? I am. I know I am. And I've got my book coming. I've already ordered mine. Let me know down in the comments down below what you think about this. If you have any predictions about the Rippaverse, I'd love to hear from you too. And thank you guys for being there. You've been awesome. And let's support independent culture because we're going to win. It's fantastic.